Hey guys, in this video we're going to be talking about factoring out using the distributive property. So remember, the distributive property is when the outside of the number on the outside of the parentheses is multiplied by the two numbers inside the parentheses. Well, this time we're going to kind of go the other way and we're going to factor out. So we are going to start by drawing our two T-charts and finding our GCF. Then the GCF is going to go on the outside, and the remaining two factors are going to go in the parentheses. We're going to watch if it's addition or subtraction. So let's go ahead and start. It says put your two T-charts and find your GCF. So here's our numbers, 40 and 25. So we're going to do 40 and 25. So 1 and 40, 2 and 20. 3 doesn't work, 4 and 10, and then 5 and 8. So then here we go with 25. 1 and 25, 2 doesn't work, 3 doesn't work, 4 doesn't work, 5 times 5. So our GCF is 5. So your greatest common factor is going to go on the outside of the parentheses, and then your remaining two factors are going to go on the inside. The order matters. So notice we started with 40, so we're going to put 8 first, and then we're going to put 5 in the other one. Notice how you can check this. 5 parentheses, 8 plus 5. Do your two little lines. 5 times 8 gives me 40, plus 5 times 5 gives me 25. You should always check it to make sure that your numbers multiply, because sometimes you make a mistake and that's how you can check it. So here we go with 15 and 20. I'm going to start with 15 and 20. So 1 and 15, 2 doesn't work, 3 and 5. 20 is going to be 1 and 20, 2 and 10, 3 doesn't work, and then 4 and 5. So also for this one, 5 is our greatest common factor. So it's going to go on the outside of our parentheses, and then my remaining two factors are going to go on the inside. Remember, 15 went first, so we're going to have to do 3 first, and then we're going to do 4. So let's double check it. Draw your two little lines to make sure you distribute everything. 5 times 3 gives me 15. Plus 5 times 4 gives me 20, and I'm back to the beginning, so you're good to go. So this next one's a little different because it's got a subtraction sign in the middle, okay? So notice your subtraction sign here means you have a subtraction sign here in between the two numbers in the parentheses. So we're going to start with our GCF. So we've got 24 and 16. So 1 and 24. 2 and 12, 3 and 8, and 4 and 6. Make sure you have all your factors. 16, 1 and 16, 2 and 8, and 4 and 4. So notice 4 is a common factor, but remember you got to find your greatest common factor. So that's going to be 8. So 8 is going to go on the outside of our parentheses, and our other two factors are going to go inside. Remember, it really matters with these subtraction ones. So 24 we started with. So 3 is going to go first, and then we're going to do 2. Let's double check this. Bloop, bloop. 8 times 3 gives you 24 minus 8 times 2, which gives you 16. So we've done it correctly. Watch on the back. You're going to have to write the whole thing. I'm just going to give you a straight line. So remember, the greatest common factor goes on the outside, your parentheses, your two numbers on the inside, and then your sign is going to be the same as whatever sign you had in the original problem. So go ahead and try this one and then come back and watch the video. So notice we have a subtraction sign already there. We're going to do our two factors of 42 and 18. 1 and 42, 2 and 21, 3 and 14, 6 and 7. Don't forget that 6 and 7. 1 and 18. 2 and 9, and then 3 and 6. So our greatest common factor is 6. That's going to go on the outside. And then my other two factors are going to go on the inside. 7 minus 3. Let's double check it. 6 times 7 gives me 42, minus 6 times 3, which gives me 18. So now go ahead and do the back, and then check the key. But remember, when you do the back, it's just going to give you the straight line. So remember, you always have your greatest common factor, your parentheses, your two numbers in between, and then make sure your symbol is either an addition or subtraction sign in between. Also, make sure you then go back and remultiply and double check you've got your correct answers. Go ahead and do the back, check the key.